Hi everyone, it's Shelly with Shelly's Creative Crafts. Welcome back. So I just finished this next journal here, and I've been looking for some embroidery type material and that sort of thing that I could incorporate into a journal or actually use it as the cover. And I really was fortunate to find this at Austin Creative Reuse over the weekend, and it is all the way around embroidered, and I just love it. I think it turned out really sweet. And then I also, in my last video, I talked about finding a bunch of these little crocheted rosettes, and I literally found a ton, and I'm so excited about those. So wanted to include those in the journal as well. And then I did a bulb pin with just a pearl dangle, and then the old vintage buttons, and then this is kind of like a brooch. So it just kind of seemed to fit, and the closure is kind of a muslin cottony material. I did not coffee dye this. This is original, so you can see it is really distressed on its own, so I thought that was really cool. And then going into the journal here, on the front page it is full. It's got 3 signatures, and on the front I always like to do a pocket, obviously, and I found these like little quilt squares, and so I wanted to incorporate that in. And then I found this little card that says tea time, and I thought that was really sweet. Excuse me. And then just a little glittery, little note card. It is a little bit harder, kind of like cardstock, so it's very sturdy, so that can be used however you wish. And then I did the little Rolodex double tuck in the corner, and it has just a little note card. And then this one just says ice cream parlor homemade, 5 cents a scoop, and so I thought that was really cute. And definitely kind of went with the vintage, theme that I was going for. And then lots of coffee dyed paper, lots of scrapbooking paper. And this right here is, it's really fragile. It's really old, but I made a embellished paper clip. And then this right here, you can see it is kind of, tearing just a little bit, but that's due to the age of the paper. And it is from some type of needlework or embroidery catalog, I guess. And it's really old. I think it from what I was able to discern, it's from the 1920s, and so I had to Mod Podge it to give it some strength, so that it wasn't totally falling apart. So I thought that was really cool, so I definitely wanted to include that in. And then we've got more, just different size paper, lace embellishments, top embellishments, and then just different cardstock and different things that I was able to find. This is some wrapping paper that I have that I made into a little corner or side tuck, and then one of the ice cream cards that I backed with some coffee dyed paper. And it just reminds me of when I was a kid going to a little drugstore and having a little sundae there at the counter. And then this is just a sweet little tag that I made that just goes into a little lace pocket, and then more scrapbooking or cardstock, and then more lace side embellishments. And then I did offset the paper just to give it a little bit more whimsy and definition. And then again, more of the coffee dyed paper, and lots of room for writing. And then the other side of that, there's some more of this wrapping paper that I made into another little tuck. And then this is Screech Owl Studios that just has the little sewing around the side and that sort of thing. And then this is an embellished paper clip that I made with the little ball charm, just like what's on the front, and then some beading. And then this is just a note card that I backed with some coffee dyed paper and then sewed around that. And then another one of the side double tucks with the vintage Rolodex cards. And then this just has the, just some little note-taking cards and that sort of thing. And then this just tucks back in there. And then we've got more of the, just blank paper. I did do a lot of lace on the side, and then some blush colored cheesecloth, and then a little cutout. And then this right here, we're starting the second signature, is another embellished paper clip with the, this is an envelope that I found at Austin Creative Reuse that I just put some ephemera in and some little tags and another one of these little shiny cards. And I thought that was really sweet. So, and it just really kind of went with the pink and, the overall theme. So included that, and then again, just some more paper, more coffee dyed, paper, distressed, lots of distressing, and then lots of blank space to write. And then again, just some sari silk and just some embellishments down in the corner with some vintage or older buttons. And then just some more of that offset, note paper and that sort of thing. And then just some little lace trims. And then again, more lace trim on the coffee dyed paper, along with the scrapbooking paper. And then this, it's not vintage, but it's a beautiful lace. I absolutely love it, and I'm almost out of it, so have to get some more of that. I absolutely love that one. And then this one is a vintage lace. It's a very frilly, girly lace, and so I thought that was really pretty. And then again, some more of those little rosettes that I was able to be fortunate enough to find. And this is just an embellishment with a little butterfly and some fibers. And then more coffee dyed paper with some lace down at the bottom. And then the beginning of the third signature, this is some of the lace trim with some sari silk and a little flower cut out. And then just a little tuck spot down there at the bottom. And then I made a real pretty little vintage tag. And then I've got the scrapbooking paper, and I thought this would be pretty to maybe put, a picture on and that sort of thing. And then, of course, some more of the little crocheted rosettes, more of the scrapbooking papers, just some stamping with some old vintage sewing machine and that sort of thing. This right here is really cool. It's from an old Montgomery Ward catalog, and it was kind of like an envelope, I guess, that something came in. And I put a real pretty little tag in there that can be written on, but I did have to Mod Podge it because it is really old, and you can see it, kind of tore or is tearing a little bit right there. But I did Mod Podge it, so I mean, it is sturdy. It's not, it's fragile, but it is sturdy. So just kind of want to make you aware of that. And then more of the paper there, middle of that signature. And then this is just a little tuck that I like to do with some of the place cards that I find. And then again, on the other side, another little tuck. And then this is just a little glassine bag that I, just included some washi tape and that sort of thing. And then put some Prima card, a Prima card in on that side, and then another real pretty Prima card in on this side with the brushes and mirrors and that sort of thing, and just thought that was really sweet, and definitely went with the vintage, kind of dress or sewing theme, and then the dress form, and then some more little embellishments up in the corner, and then the last paper clip is one of the sideways paper clips, and then I did another one of the larger size note cards backed with the coffee dyed paper, and then that just kind of clips back there. And I'm so sorry, my puppy dog is wanting in, and they definitely can't stand when you're doing things on your own. And then this is just a envelope that I found, and I embellished it. This is some old sewing paper, pattern paper, and then just some embellishments or ephemera, and then another one of the Prima cards on the inside. And then getting to the back here, and then this right here, it doesn't really fit in the journal itself, but I thought it was really sweet. I did not make this. I did find this at Austin Creative Reuse again, and I thought that it was really, really sweet. And it's got just some room to write and journal. And then this is the back part of that quilting material. And then of course I've got the ice cream tag, and then another one of the Prima tags. So I thought that was really cute, and it just really kind of went in with the overall theme. And so again, this will be listed here shortly in my Etsy shop. And I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend, and I hope you enjoyed this. Thanks. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.